Hello everyone, welcome back to episode 5 of our Python guide. And as the title says, we're going to be learning about for loops and different commands that we can use in the for loops, just in any loops as well. But let's get into it, but make sure to like and subscribe because help your way out. But yeah, anyways, we're going to go straight into the video and we're going to talk about this code I've prepared beforehand. And basically what this code just does is that it will just pretty much ask the user to either go left or right in the corridor, and if you go left you go to your def, if you go right you won basically. But basically if you go more in depth into the code, we can see that we're in a while loop as we did last lesson, and it'll print if you want to go left or right, and then we make a variable called direction and we ask the user to input, and we got an if statement, and in the if statement we got if direction equals left. So if the user said left, then he prints you have fallen to your death. And then we have break, the command that we used last lesson, where what it will do if is it'll, because it says break here, it will skip all these 4 lines and it will go outside of the loop and start on line 11, so it will just go on this line. But this week what we're going to be talking about is the command continue. And what continue basically does is, instead of what break does, it takes you out the loop, continue will go straight back to the top. So say yeah, let me show you. So if we put right, it goes straight back to the top, goes straight back to the top of the while loop. Whereas if we had left, it'll go out of the, what's it called, it will go out of the if statement and just prints if. And that's pretty much about it for that command, and I'll introduce you guys to one more special command, and the special command is this exit, and we'll put it at the end of here just because we got it like that. And we can also add this. Let's see, what could we say to this? We'll say the game is over, I've failed. Okay, so now we talked about if you went left, you fall to your death and it breaks the whole thing. And because it breaks the whole thing, it'll just print the game is over, you have failed. Yep. If you go right, it'll just continue back to the top of the loop and it'll ask you again. Now, if you say anything else apart from left or right, it'll say, ah, you're a genius, because you're being smart with it, I guess. And you also use the command exit, and what exit basically does is it will basically just stops the program completely. So it won't go to the next line, it won't go again, it will stop the program completely. So let me show you how this will work. So if you do left or right, cool, you got a thing. But say I say monkey, if I put monkey, the whole program will stop and the program has ended with exit code because we have exit here. And that's basically it with this command. So I'm going to introduce you guys to a new loop called the for loop. So here we're going to have a new loop called the for loop, and this is how it's going to go. We're going to do for I in range, and we can have any number. We'll start with 10. So basically what this loop will do, let me go like this and let me clear this just so it looks a bit more nicer. We'll do for I in range and then we're going to indent so we can go inside the actual loop. And what this basically says is for, that's just the syntax, and I is just, we're creating a new variable called I, and this will be incremented by however many times it's inside of here. So this is how many things are inside the list. So say we want to print hello. No. Say we want to print I. What this will basically do is it'll just print 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Yeah, my bad, guys. Add a semicolon as well. Exactly. Because Python normally starts on 0, it'll start on 0 and then it'll end with 9. But you can easily fix this by putting 11. Or, as I'm about to get into it, with a different type of syntax. Because with the for loop, you can have 3 different parameters, and these parameters will include the starting value, the value to end before, and the incrementation value. So let me show you how you guys should do this. So if we start, say we want to start on 1, we'll start on 1, yep, and the number before we want to end. So say we want to end on 5, we'll put 5, yes, and then we can do one more. We can do 1, and basically what this will do is it will start 1 and it'll increment by 1 until it hits 5, and that's what these 3 parameters will do. So let me show you in action. Nice. It'll do 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, cool. We can do 6. My bad, guys. And it'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And alternatively, we can do, if we put this on 7, so it goes to 6, we can do 2, and this should go up by 2. Exactly. 1, 3, 5. Very nice, very cool. And that's about it for the for loop, if I remember everything correctly. Yeah, but you can also do a bit of not just going upwards, you can also go downwards. So you can start as well on 10, and you can also end on, say we want to end on -1 because we want to end on 0, and we can go down by -1 numbers, and this is how it will go. So it'll start on 10 and it will carry on going down by 1 until it hits 0. Very nice. That's about it. If I haven't mentioned this we've created it, so you don't have to state it before inside the program. You're pretty much just stating it here for the first time, and you can use it in your for loop. And you're pretty much, this is how it will go. So if we go back to our original thing, because it's just a bit easier to use positive numbers, what it will do, so it will go through the for. So take I, it will remember I, and it will print I. I is going to be 1 in this case. It will be I. Once it's printed off I, it will go back into the for loop, and it will say go again by 1. So it's going to print 2, and it's going to go again, and it's going to go to 3, and it's going to go print it out, and it's going to go again to 4, and it's going to print it out. And it'll do it one more time for 5 because it's below 6, and it'll print it again, and then it'll go back and it'll see, oh, we got a 6, but it says here that we don't want to go above 5. So when it gets to here, it won't print out 6 because it's out of our parameters, so we will not print it out. But that's basically everything that you need to know about the for loop, and I hope that helps you guys. And next I will show you guys about the challenge that I got prepared for this week's episode, and that's about it. Okay, let's get rid of the assistant, and let me talk you through our challenge for this week. So what we're basically going to do is we can have like a little game about how you can test your family and friends on their multiplication knowledge. What I'd like you guys to do is I would like for you guys to prompt the user by asking for a multiplication timetable for the number of their choice. This could be 1, 5, 10, 1,000, I don't know, you can be cheeky in it. And then what I'd like you guys to do is generate the multiplication table for 1 to 10 times that number. So it'll be one. So if you choose the number 1, you do 1 times 1, 1 times 2, 1 times 3, 1 times 4, 1 times 5, 1 times 6, 1 times 7, 1 times 8, 1 times 9, 1 times 10. If that makes it a bit more clear for you guys. And that's pretty much what you're going to do. And we also have like a point system. So every time the user gets the math correct, for each timetable, so it'll be always 1 times 1. Then the user types it in. If he says 1, he gets it correct. If he doesn't get it correct. And if the user gets it correct, he gets a point. If they do not get it correct, they don't get points. And make it in your code that it records how many points the user gets. And at the end of the 10 rounds, you show the user how many, what his score was out of 10. That was a bit of a mouthful, but that's basically what I'm asking for you guys for episode 5. And as always, I'll be in the comments for any help, and I'll have the answer in the comment section. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope you guys are learning Python very well, and I'll see you guys next week.